Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, the AI Times, unlocking the future newsletter. Welcome, welcome. I'm sharing today's news about AI and latest AI agenda. I will be discussing with you latest AI newsletter, this AI research papers, 7 latest AI tools, and last prompts training, which related to ChatGPT prompt and journey prompt. So heading towards my first AI newsletter. Disinformation explodes on X aimed to Israel-Hamas conflict. Vermont driverless Texas expands while cruise tumblers in SF. Adobe beef up and AI creative tools. Evan Labs releases AI voice debugging. Disney debates a durable new robot. So first, AI latest news is related to disinformation explodes on X and Israel-Hamas conflict. What is news related to? And it's really for the X and the Hamas conflicts. So there is news related to the disinformation explodes on X aimed Israel-Hamas conflicts. Reporting this a wave of a manipulated video of fake images and out of the context footage and flooded X, formerly Twitter, and escalating violence between Israel and Hamas over the weekends, with the platforms crippling to an with an unprecedented scales of misleading content. Well, that's not a great news. Sharing that misinformation's contact on the social accounts. Well, this is where I heard from this articles, and that one is a summarized one. Elon Musk endorsed the users who have posted a wrong and unfilled things, well paid for accounts spread a fake news. It's not a good news, and Elon Musk had their opinion on that. Fake post now Elon Musk's recommendation of war coverage from a account that have made a false claims or anti-static comments. So one of the ex firmly Twitter recommended to account on Saturday. He wrote, "For following the war in a real times war minute, stand defender are good. It is also for worth following direct source on the grounds. Please add interesting options in the reply below." Well, told us user in a June, Goa warships in a Jawlal Bro, while both accounts helped to spread a false claims on May, that is an explosions had occurred at the Pentagon's emergency broking and researcher at the Atlantic Council's Digital Fantastic Research Lab said the well, it is where misleading information. That's not a good news, and there's whole in that article is written in detail in that. But I have a summarized one which I am reading for you. Details the real footage are largely downed out by a manipulated account and due to the X algorithm boosting a sensational but false post. Changes under the Elon Musk, including a firing a critical moderation staff and diminishing the value of the verified blue checks, enabled the disinformation surge, according to the experts. Musk himself made these situations worse by recommending notorious disinformation accounts to his 150 billion followers. The rise of the AI-generated fake media will only increase the challenges of spotting and stopping the weaponized lies during the global news coverage. The reveals that why Twitter has previously been where many turn to get a real-time news. The platform's changes alongside the raising in AI have made user feeds a mini field for a declining fact from affections, and the scary part of it's really only going to get worse. Well, it is if you're sharing a disinformation, but we don't know how it has been. That information is real or not real. It is generated by AI. It's something that a misinformation in there, which is not good for the for coming that so the real conflicts between Hamas and Israel. Yeah, and it's not a good news. And have comments on like Elon Musk on that. It is a concerning. Yeah, why not? It is. So that is my the first news AI news, and I'm heading towards my second AI news, which is related to the Vermont driverless Texas expense while in cruise templates in SF. That's really good news by Vermont just expanded its while driverless ride-hailing services area in San Francisco while Cruise is navigating a series of setbacks, including a flat cuts and crashes. Well, it is. Yeah, they had, I think, so infection in the past, and they got some serious setbacks, including a flat cuts and crashes. Well, that's not good news. Whole details in that article Alphabet subsidiary Waymo is expanding its services area in San Francisco despite the protest against the robotics, while reveal the cruise grapples with a grapplers with the crashes and others incidents. Waymo riders can now access the CV services across the vast majority of SF. San Francisco Waymo announced on a Monday on social media site X. The company had limited ID riders in many other of the city northwest's neighborhoods, including Fisherman, Vermont, Emborg, Retro, and Chinatown. Two couple thousands of users as for Monday, that figures expands to tens of thousands of riders persons familiar with the metro toll touch crunch. Yes, but most of this is still limited to folks who had been at Throry. The company waitlist WMSF services areas still excluded Tenure and Iceland's one of the city's most diverse neighborhood. Well, this is in San Francisco. And here's the detail on it. Waymo opened in San Francisco services and 10,000 of the additional providers this week after an initial slow rollout. The move comes after a California rule to allow 24/7 commercials robotics operational dispatch facing opposition from San Francisco. Waymo competitor Cruise was ordered to help its flat over concerned incidents, including an AV recently running over a pedestrian reveals robotaxi as reveals in SV, highlighting the remaining challenges surrounding the attack, with most experts still saying years of progress is needed for safe urban autonomous driving at scales, but the capabilities are likely much further along than the general public releases. Well, it is, and they are releasing in their on some town of the San Francisco. Yeah, it is. It can be very valuable if you started self-driving launching in a small town and have not have a lot more than population, but you release it on that area for that for experiment or you for the future. Yes, it can be processable. I think so. It's good news for Wemo, and they have launched it and it's limited on San Francisco. I think so. On the base of this news, that's my second news. And I'm heading towards my third one. Is the Adobe beefs up AI creativity tools. Reports Adobe just unveiled major upgrade to its site for AI-powered creative tools like Photoshop's and Illustrator, promising more realistic imagery and new generative abilities. Details in the latest versions of Adobe AI systems freely was runs on 70% or more images data, enabling much higher quality visual generations. New controls allows users to better fine-tune AI output, likely uploading a photo to minimize its style. Illustrator can now auto-generate vector graphic from text prompts, while Expresses gains capability for quick and social media creations. Check out the AI training sections of his depth guide for rebels in Adobe and Canvas. Continue to train a blue in the battle for AI, designing a dominancy. The realism's upgrades to feel impressive and will take this tool to a serious competitor alongside a Midjourney and Dolly E3. Well, it is. They are the competitor against the Dolly E3 and Midjourney. Adobe, they are releasing good image. If you want to read this whole, you can go on Bloomberg and get subscribe to one. You go and sign in. You will find the whole articles in that. I have read it one of the summarized one article. So that was my third one. I'm heading towards my fourth one, AI news, which is related to 11 Labs, which is AI voice debugging. What report in this? Voice AI startup 11 Labs just launched a groundbreaking new AI debugging tools that translates the speech into a different languages while preserving the original speaker voice. Details in the is this AI debugging converts a spoken audio video into the audio video into over 220 languages while still maintaining a nuance and emotions. The tech combines voice cloning, synthesis, and text, promising riches was reached researchers by 11 labs. It shades multiple speakers while differentiating between a voice and music noise. Releases comes on the heels of a similar launch from a Spotify, which utilized AI whisper tag. Why it is better in this AI voice debugging has incredible potential to foster global understanding and accessibility with the tools like this available to the masses and creators can reach broader audience without being limited by the language. Well, here's one debugging AI debugging video translator, and you can see these 11 labs and share their translator contact across 29 languages in a seconds with the voice translator, speaker detections, and audio debugging. Well, you can see put your video upload, what kind of video you have, YouTube, TikTok, X, or Vimeo, or others URL. Put it, and that would give you different AI translator and voice. School by 11 Labs, I think so. It is. And heading towards my last AI news, which is related to the Disney departs to adorable new AI report. The report is being Disney researcher just revealed an expensive new Babydel robot that can walk stably and independently like a animated character. The 3D painted board was developed by the Disney Zurich team in under a year. Well, it is 3D printed board. Details in the robot has movable attends on its mouth and wiggle like animal ears to show emotions. It can walk smoothly on its own without falling over and keep its balance when it's short or across uneven terrain. The Disney worked with an animator so the robot moves expressively like a cartoon's character while still functioning properly. The animations inspires development pipelines allows use new behavior to be quickly trained. What it reveals in that while not a destination for Disney parks yet, this tech could eventually enable some seriously interactive animatrix down the road, unlocking the new magical experiences for fans. Well, it is, and they have developed this new robot, and you can see this. I can share and open play this video for you. A new approach Disney robotic character pipeline. Well, it is. The video is playing. Yeah.
Look over there. Look.
Yeah, that video is really cool, and that robot looks really really cool, and that can walk in a very interior roads. I think so, and it's walk in a very very tough roads. I think so. Yes, or as per video, that video is that this new research AI robotic is really cool. Yeah, that was my last AI news. And heading towards my second section, which is related to the EU research papers. What is first, large language models cannot self-correct reasoning yet. The proper currently examination the concept of self-corrections in large language models with a focus on reasoning tasks, while LLM are now shown a promise in various applications corners about the accuracy and preparedness process the proper exploration self-creations where LLMs refine their responses based on feedback highlighted as limitations in terms of self-creations with extremely feedback as absence and empirical analysis indicates that LLM struggles to improve the reasoning without external guidance after regarding performance. The study also discussed the use of the multi-agents debates and self-consistency methods which is improve the performance but do not necessarily reflect the genuine self-corrections in LLM. Well, that was here. So you can see this is such paper. Large language models cannot self-correct their reasoning yet. Cannot be self-correct reasoning yet. It comes up about their research, and these people have been working on this research. It's from Google's DeepMind, University of Illusions at Urbana campaign abstract. You can find introductions over there. Whole and bunch in this details. You can see this graph, how the models work, and what they're finding over there. Yes, it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, that is just really cool and looks really, really more knowledgeable. And that you can see this. There are people who have been discussions over there. You can find. We'll get AI research paper. That was my first AI research paper. Heading towards my second AI research paper. That one has standardizations and evaluations of the continuation imagination models. Well, that is for the image generations. The proper introduce an undefined framework to assess the performance of various conditional image generations models, addressing the inconsistency in exponential conditions, including datasets, inference methods, and evaluating metrics. The proper presence image hub, which includes standardizing datasets and undefined inference pipelines and human evaluation metrics for system consistency and perpetual quality. The study evaluated around 30 models across the 7 tasks and highlighting several key takeaways such as the general unsatisfying performance of existing models and need for the continuous evaluations progress in tracking the rapidly evolving field. Well, that was one. The second AI research paper, imaginations models. You can find is abstraction and introductions over there. This is how this is. You can find how the model is working. Prompt, image hub, and model API and influences over the images being equations, sensitive consistency and perpetual quality PQ. And you can see this how the text guided imagation selected, and then we find text to guided imagation each and everything in this research paper. I think so. Yes, they have methods. They have put all the graphical difference of there, how the models work, research on that, how that model has been working, their model performance and standardization deviations in each task, how the standard deviation is reacting on this models, and which where is more deep in this standard deviations. You can find this darker one over there. Yeah, and great research papers, and they have been uploaded freely and people have been working on it. And if you want this AI research paper, you can find these conclusions over there as well. If you want this AI research paper, just tell me in my channel in the comments below. Yes, just email it. I will send you this AI research paper, a bunch of research paper. It's really great AI research paper. Really like this research paper and coming up really, and we have to look at the research papers and analyze it, come up with your own thoughts, what you have learned this research paper. You have the AI tools, copy.ai, which will summarize this AI research paper. I think, yeah, it's really great AI research paper. That's my second AI section. I'm heading towards my third one is trading AI tools. First, Form Fusions, the perfect filter app designed specifically for you. It was from, you can find this in App Store on App Store, and personal trainer AI Form Fusions. This is for the trainer AI tracker. And if you want this, go and screenshot Apple AI, Apple Store, and you can personal trainer AI Form Fusions. Really great AI. Then once work iOS make your app enterprise ready with instant API connections that will connect your API. Your API enterprise ready. Go and try and or want to explore. Go and sign it and use this AI to 10 web build and create by any websites in a minute with the power of AI that will give you AI websites generated and don't need any code. If you not expert in code, that will help you generate your websites with this providing you all information you are putting on it. Just go and sign in and log in. This really great, more strong AI tool, I think so, and developing the your website. Yes. And then we have Lala AI, vocal removal, and instrument AI splitter. Well, this one extract vocal combinations and releases instruments from any audio and video. Go and log in and sign in this one. It really looks good. And then we have a Denet custom GPT chatbot train your data that will give you email and try this. Go and sign in with the Google ones. Then we have a desktops and AI powered presentations generator that will generate your presentations. Try it. Go and sign in. That have a pricing version. Go and log in and try this if you like it and keep it with you. And AI lawyer, personal AI lawyer at your fingertips. Well, that looks cool. Fingertips, AI lawyer, your personal and legal assistants that will try for free. They have a pricing ones if you want to keep it with this AI too. It's really good AI too. You just have a pricing one because it's very effective. That's why they have put their price over there. That was heading to my last sections, which is related to the prompt tutorial. World's first prompt is personalized sales email for our potential customers. Create a sales email that focus on personalization, pinpoint, pitch, framework. The email is about what is your product and what is your personal customers. Keep it concise and valuable and insert the placeholders and where you the link and customer details on needed. Product, what's your product and what's your customer. put over there and over there what is the product, if your product are fashions or your product or something like tech related, and what your customers, what are your customers marketing or sales or something that available in there and their specializations. Yes, put over there, and if you find a really great competitions on there or great prompt or details on that, I think so it will give you bunch of details on it of you. Yeah, try this. Stop my video, go and copy paste on it and explore this prompt. Last Midjourney prompt looks really great, exciting image of, yes, something like that, night silence tonight. Artist highlighting healthier Cooper, copy and paste, stairs in a spiral occurs, code written in a universal night silence sunset, sonnet, night silence sonnet. It will give you really glittering and sunset scenario of this image. Looks great and having a night over there, galaxy view, something like yeah. So that's it. That's it. My today's AI news and today's AI newsletter, and today's my AI agenda. I think you like all my 4 sessions. Do subscribe my channel, so keep updating for the next ones. That's today's goodbye, everyone.